This is the new FOSSiBOT F106 Pro, big speaker with bright camping light. Is it worth it? Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. Welcome back to GadgetRevNow. Rugged phones offer great build quality and protection, but most of the time have mediocre features. What if you have a rugged phone that is valued just right with great speaker and bright camping lights that you may need on your active lifestyle? This is a rugged phone with big speaker and bright camping light. We will unbox it and talk about the features. Let's go to work. First, we will do the unboxing, but if you'd like to jump to the other parts of the video like the features or camera test, I will leave the timestamp on the description below. First, we will do a quick unboxing of FOSSiBOT F106 Pro rugged phone, and if you'd like to purchase this phone after this review, I will leave the link in the description. FOSSiBOT is a new tech company that focuses on rugged phones, tablet, laptops, smartwatches, and earphones. And from their website, they have 8 years of development experience and has customers all over 80 countries, so they're doing really well. And quickly checking the specification before we even see the actual rugged smartphone, it has a huge 6.58-inch Full HD IPS display running on Android OS, powered by MediaTek Helio G85 with up to 15 gigs of RAM, a dual camera system with front camera, a 1200 mAh battery, and a hybrid SIM and micro SD card slot. Alright, I think that's it. Let's open the box. First, we have the fast charging cable, and it's nice that everything is black so it won't look dirty over time. We have a 30 watts fast charger, and it's good that FOSSiBOT are still providing fast charger out of the box because normally you will buy this on a more expensive and popular handset. We also have the user manual in different languages, and at the back, if you need support, you can contact them at support@fossibot.com. And to complete the accessories, we also have a SIM ejector tool. This is the new FOSSiBOT F106 Pro, and this phone feels good in the hand, not as heavy as other rugged phones with big battery life, and you can see the protection. They're advertising it at the bottom of the phone. I should say this looks like Tank 8849. I'm not sure if this was designed and produced by the same manufacturer, but the design looks pretty identical. We have a combination of metal, rubber, and glass. At the back, you will have a dual camera system with flash, you have a large speaker, and we have a 3 watts camping light. Left and right side are protected by a metal frame with screws on it. On one side, you have a power button and volume button. Top and bottom are protected by rubber cover, and you will have a microphone on top. We have a flashlight key in yellow, an extra function key in red, and SIM slot on the other side. This could be opened by a fingernail, so I'm not sure what's the use of a SIM ejector tool. This is a hybrid SIM slot where you can either go for a dual SIM or a SIM plus micro SD card slot. At the bottom, you have a rubber flap that covers the USB-C charging port. I like that you can actually move the flap around 360 because some of the rugged phones I reviewed, it's fixed. And the front screen is covered by a screen protector, so you don't have to purchase a separate one. Let's open and set this phone up for the first time. And while we're setting up the phone, you would see that the 4 corners of the smartphone has shock protection. It also has a raised bump in front, so if you put the phone face down, it protects the screen from scratches. Alright, so we're now in the home screen, and it's pretty much stock Google experience. Let's check the operating system. This phone is running on Android 14 out of the box, installed with some more recent security updates last February. I don't know if you will receive a lot of updates from FOSSiBOT, so it's nice to see that they have a more recent security patch installed. Checking the camera really quick, let's take a picture of this plant. And right off the bat, you will see the colors are more vivid. The image is a little bit soft, but that could just be the lighting on the studio. Right now, it's a little bit dim. Talking about video recording, if you want to shoot video on this phone, this can shoot up to Full HD 1080p. We also have a night vision camera, and this takes black and white pictures. That replaces the night shot, but it's actually pretty impressive than a software manipulation. And going back to the photos, just to check the resolution of the main sensor, it has 48 megapixel, but you can go down up to 2 megapixel. So I think that's it for the unboxing and quick impression. Now let's talk about all the features of FOSSiBOT F106 Pro. So I think we have all the basic accessories on the package plus the phone. Now let's talk about all the features of F106 Pro. First, let's talk about the build and the design, and this looks like any other rugged phones I reviewed from the past. The construction is pretty solid, and I like the rubber part of the phone because it gives you that extra grip. It has IP69 protection. It is military grade. The phone is obviously bulky if you like to put your phone on a jeans pocket, and this phone is a little bit heavy compared to a regular bar type smartphone. The keys are tactile and there's no loose buttons, which is nice, and the USB charging port has a cover. This phone boasts a large speaker that is truly amazing and performs really well even in max volume. I bet you would enjoy watching Netflix or Prime videos on the smartphone because aside from the large screen, the sound of this phone is really immersive. Your hands will not cover the speaker when you're playing games, and imagine you're listening to music while doing exercise like yoga or even treadmill. This is a perfect phone companion for you. It's like a dedicated speaker built into the smartphone, so you don't have to bring that external speaker with you. This is the audio test of Google Pixel 8.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow till I find. Let's go!
And this is the audio test of F106 Pro.
Let's go! Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving.
And aside from the big speaker, you also have a bright camping light, which is advertised to have 3 watts, perfect for those outdoor activities like camping, or if you just want to have a filler lights when you're reading books. And this camping light might be even used for night photography, as they simultaneously work with the camera, and it will take better photos with that light versus a regular night shot, even comparing with the best camera smartphone. Here, I will show you the difference between a Google Pixel 8 versus FOSSiBOT F106 Pro. This is the test of flashlight and camping light using a smartphone. This is how bright the flashlight is compared to the camping light. That's a big difference. In terms of camera, the camera is just okay. It's not the best I've seen on a rugged phone, and this will be an honest take. I would say that the Sony selfie camera is even better than the bigger resolution 48 megapixel rear and even the night vision camera. The rear camera is good on well-lit environment, the colors are a little bit muted. I would say the quality is like from the entry-level camera phone, but the Sony selfie camera is better. The selfies I took with this phone are above average, I would say on a mid-range category. The images are definitely noisy but usable on the most part, since people buying this phone are probably not camera-centric consumers, but it's there when you need it. Here are the sample videos using the selfie camera and the rear camera. This is the selfie video recording of FOSSiBOT F106 Pro using the selfie camera. Full HD at 30 FPS, and as you can see, I'm walking around and the stabilization is good. Also, the auto white balance and the auto exposure, it matches the scene. Yeah, so I think the selfie camera of FOSSiBOT F106 Pro is good. Now let's switch to the rear camera. Now we're shooting on the rear camera, still 1080p or Full HD at 30 FPS. Unfortunately, I cannot see myself on the screen because I'm using the rear camera, but I will also just walk around and pan around for you to see the auto exposure and white balance. Let me know which is better. Since both sensors are using 1080p or Full HD 30 FPS, would you rather use the selfie camera or the rear camera of FOSSiBOT F106 Pro? The performance is pretty solid for an average user, someone who's using it for calls, texts, and social media. Helio G85 is a mid-range processor coupled with 8 gigs of RAM that can be extended to 15 gigs using the internal storage. How it works, it's not really 15 gigs with 256 gigs of storage, but if you need more RAM for multitasking, you can borrow that space from the internal storage. Under settings, go to memory expansion. Playing games like Subway Surfer and Mobile Legends, this phone is okay if you'll be using it for extended hours of gaming. You would definitely feel stuttering here and there. Genshin Impact and PUBG are also playable using basic graphics settings, and stay away for longer period of playing. But if you are a person who loves to watch videos or content on the phone, then this will be sufficient for you. The battery life is pretty solid for 12,000 mAh battery, and I've been using this phone for almost 3 days now on light to moderate use. Obviously, I'm reviewing this phone, and with my whole experience, I've never really charged the phone because of the low battery. I just do it for testing the charging speed. For a heavy user who will play games on this phone, maybe use the camping lights almost all night and the speaker on maximum volume for a few hours, maybe a day and a half usage, but it's really hard to kill this phone on a single charge. Also, if you need to top up, there's a 30 watts fast charger included on the package that will give you faster charging speed compared to the competition. And lastly, we have a dual SIM functionality on this phone. Unfortunately, this phone only works on 4G network. You will not have the fastest 5G connectivity, but this phone offers VoLTE, which is voice over data. This also has a side-mounted fingerprint sensor that also acts as a power button, and I could tell you that this is one of the more reliable fingerprint sensor I have tested on a rugged phone. I didn't have any problem registering my biometric, and also if I want to unlock my phone. I think overall, with the price that you would pay for this phone, obviously it depends on the discount, but with everything it offers from the large speaker, bright LED light, mid-range performing phone with great battery life, I think FOSSiBOT F106 Pro is worth it. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to purchase this product, I will leave the link in the description below. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.